I am here in McBain, Michigan, home of the Ramblers, where the McBain Ramblers will be playing against the JV Evart Bobcats. Starting for today is Uriah Ebels, Cam Engelwright, Kyle DeZoo, Eli Peterson, and Trenton Brunick. Evart will get the tip off. Alex will give it to Devontae. Devontae will drive, hand it to Jonathan. Jonathan will drive and pass it to Isaac. Isaac will give it back to Jonathan. Jonathan back to Isaac. Isaac struggles for a pass, but gives it to Jonathan. Jonathan gives it right back to Isaac. Isaac drives to the paint, tries to lay it up, but McBain gets a hand on it. Maddox will throw into Jonathan. Jonathan will lose control. McBain will gain the ball. Uriah will give it to Engelwright. Engelwright to DeZoo. DeZoo all the way to Ebels under the basket. Lays it up. Devontae takes it down the court. Devontae gives it to Maddox, who gives it right back to Devontae. A foul will be called on McBain. Maddox will throw it into Devontae. Devontae gives it to Isaac. Back to Devontae. Devontae lays it up, but it is a little overthrown a little bit. Peterson gets the rebound, gives it to Engelwright. Back to DeZoo. To Brunick. To Peterson. To Ebels. Back to Brunick. To Peterson under the rim. To DeZoo. DeZoo for three. Isaac throws it in to Devontae. Devontae gives it to Jonathan. To Maddox. To Isaac. Isaac drives, loses control, and takes a couple steps back. Looks to pass, but is getting heavily guarded, and Engelwright will take the ball, but steps out of bounds. Maddox throws it into Jonathan, but the ball is out of bounds. DeZoo will throw it into Engelwright. Back to DeZoo. To Brunick under the rim, and Brunick lays it up. Jonathan throws it into Devontae. Devontae gives it to Alex. Alex drives, passes to Maddox. Maddox tries, or excuse me, Isaac was on the ball. He tried to pass. Ebles grabbed a steal. Ebles tried to go for the layup there, but he will get to shoot for 2 here. Ebles' first shot finds the rim but won't go in. Ebles' second shot just short, bounces off the front of the rim. Isaac grabs the rebound. Isaac drives, gives it to Devontae, who then gives it to Maddox. Maddox from the corner, just short. Peterson grabs the rebound, gives it to Engelwright. Engelwright passes it all the way to Ebles. Ebles lays it up, and it's good. Jonathan throws it into Devontae. Devontae gives it to Isaac. Isaac drives to the paint, lays it up, it's good. First few points for Evart there. Dazoo throws it into Engelwright. Gives it back to Dazoo. Who gives it to Brunick. Brunick gives it to Peterson. Peterson gives it to Ebles. To Brunick. To Dazoo. Dazoo for 3. Just short. Brunick grabs the rebound, gives it to Peterson. Peterson to Engelwright. Engelwright to Dazoo. Dazoo loses control and ball goes out of bounds. Subs come in for the Wildcats. Triton throws it into Isaac. Isaac gives it to Alex. He then gives it to, excuse me. Dazoo throws it into Engelwright. Engelwright gives it back to Dazoo. Dazoo gives it to Brunick. To Peterson. Peterson gives it to Ebles. Who then gives it to Brunick. To Engelwright. Engelwright gives it to Kyle. Kyle shoots it for 3 and it goes right in. Triton throws it into Isaac. Isaac gives it to Maddox. All the way to Jaden. To Isaac. Isaac gives it to Triton, who tries to pass, loses control, but is gained right back. Maddox has the ball. He drives, shoots it from the paint. Kyle Dazoo grabs the rebound. Dazoo gives it to Engelwright. Foul is called on McBain. Triton will throw it into Isaac, who then gives it to Nick. Nick gives it to Maddox. Maddox for 3. Hits the back of the rim and bounces out. Nick grabs the rebound. Nick drives and steps out of bounds. McBain so far are having good defense, pushing the ball off the court multiple times. Maddox throws it into Isaac. Isaac drives to the paint, lays it up from the paint. Ebles grabs the rebound, gives it to Engelwright. Right gives it to DeZoo. DeZoo drives. Shoots it from mid-range. Just a little over. Eagles grabs the rebound. And there will be a foul call on Evart. Eagles will get to shoot for 2. Eagles' first shot bobbles off the rim, but goes in. Eagles' second shot looks to go in, but will not. The ball will be tipped out of bounds. Subs will come in for McBain. Trident throws it into Isaac. Isaac gives it to Maddox. Maddox drives from the paint. It's good. Sims throws it in to Mulder. Mulder gives it to DeZoo. To Sims. To Wilson. To Gooseman. To Sims. To Wilson. Wilson lays it up. It'll be called no good. Wilson will shoot here. Sims' first shot bobbles off the rim and goes in. Quist will come in for DeZoo. Wilson's second shot, no good. 20 grabs the rebound. Jaden gives it to Isaac. Isaac drives, but passes back to Jaden. Jaden looks for 3, but can't find it. Isaac grabs the rebound. Isaac drives and lays it up, and it goes in. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Quist throws it into Mulder. Mulder gives it to Wilson. He then drives, lays it up, but it hits the bottom of the rim. Gooseman grabs the rebound and lays it up. Trident throws it into Isaac. Isaac gives it to Nick. Nick drives, lays it up. Gooseman grabs the rebound. Gives it to Mulder to Quist. 1 second left. Mulder throws it up, or Quist throws it up at the buzzer, but it's no good, and that's the end of the first quarter. Back here after the end of the first quarter. McBain leading 16-6. McBain has been having a very good offensive and defensive game, being able to push the ball out of bounds but scoring when needed. Quiss throws it into Mulder. Gives it back to Quiss. Quiss dribbles off the feet, gives it to Gooseman. Gooseman lays it up. It's good. Isaac throws it into Devontae. Devontae gives it back to Isaac. Isaac tries to pass, or Quiss tries to take it from him, but a whistle will be blown. It is McBain's ball. Quiss throws it into Mulder. Mulder throws it all the way to Wilson. Gives it to Sims, to Quiss, to Gooseman, to Sims. Sims gives it to Wilson, to Mulder, to Quiss. Back to Wilson, to Sims. Sims gives it to Quiss, to Mulder. Mulder gives it to Quiss. Quiss gives it to Wilson, to Mulder, to Sims. Sims lays it up, finds it. Sheridan throws it into Devontae, who then gives it to Isaac, who gives it to Jaden, to Devontae. Devontae drives, but Gooseman gets a hand on it. Sub will come in for the Wildcats. Mason throws it into Isaac. Isaac gives it to Jonathan. Jonathan shot for three, but it bounced off the rim. Mulder grabs the rebound, gives it to Wilson. Wilson tries to shoot, but he will get to shoot for two. Wilson's first shot almost goes in, but hits the back of the rim. Wilson's second shot bobbles off the front of the rim. Devontae grabs the rebound, takes it down, and gives it to Isaac. Isaac will give it to Devontae. Devontae drives. Looks to pass, but McBain takes it. Sims gives it to Mulder. Mulder gives it to Quiss. Quiss gives it to Sims. Sims drives, but there will be a whistle blown, and it'll be Evert's ball. Isaac throws it into Devontae, who gives it right back to Isaac. Isaac tries to pass, but Mulder gets a steal. He would try to lay it up, but slips. Isaac throws it in to Devontae, who just gives it right back. Isaac gives it to Mason, who gives it to Maddox. Sims grabs the rebound, gives it to Quest. Quest takes it down. Quest gives it to Short. He then gives it to Mulder. To Quist. Quist tosses it up from mid-range. Gooseman grabs the rebound. Foul will be called and Gooseman will shoot for 2. Zane's first shot, just a little too much power there. Gildy goes in for Sims, and Mewingberg will go in for Quist. Preston will go in for Jonathan. Gooseman's second shot, just a little too much power again, and it bobbles off the back of the rim. Isaac takes it down the court. Isaac drives, lays it up, bobbles off the rim and goes in. Maddox throws it into Preston. Preston then gives it to Isaac. Isaac drives, gives it to Maddox. Maddox, no good. Geisman grabs the rebound. Gives it to Mulder. Mulder to Mewingberg. Mewingberg gives it to Short. He then gives it to Mulder. Mulder gives it to Mewingberg. Mewingberg shoots it from the paint. It's good. Isaac tosses it in. Isaac drives. Gives it to Devontae shoots for 3, no good. Mulder grabs it, gives it to Mewingberg. Mewingberg lays it up. Mason throws it into Isaac. Isaac gives it to Mason. Mason gives it back to Isaac. Isaac gives it to Devontae. Devontae drives, lays it up. No good. Whistle will be blown and Devontae will shoot for 2. Devontae's first shot goes up, no good. Subs come in for Evart. Devontae's second shot up, just a little short. Gooseman grabs the rebound and gives it to Mulder. Mulder gives it to Short, to Gooseman. Gooseman lays it up, just short. Evart throws it in from out of bounds. McBain grabs it back. Short shoots for 3, no good. Preston grabs the rebound. Preston gives it to Devontae. Devontae lays it up. Mulder throws it into Short, who gives it back to Mulder. Mulder to Short. To Gildy, to Mewingberg, to Short. Pass will be taken, but then gained right back. Short shoots it from the mid-range. McBain 26, Evart 10. Devontae takes it down the court. Devontae drives, gives it to Tridden, who gives it to Preston. Devontae gives it to Preston. To Maddox, but Gooseman gets a steal. Gooseman drives, lays it up, it's good. Preston throws it into Devontae. Devontae tries to pass to Trim, but it'll be taken by McBain. Gooseman passes to Mulder, who then gives it to Short, to Gildy. And there will be a timeout called by McBain. Minute 38 left in the quarter. McBain leading 28-10. It'll be McBain's ball. Short throws it into Mulder. Gives it back to Short. Who then gives it to Gildy under the rim. Gildy will lay it up for two. Devontae will take it down the court. Devontae will give it to Nick. Nick will drive. Then we'll give it to 10, Alex, who shoots it for three. Eagles throws it into Mulder, who gives it to Short. Short gives it to Gildy from under the rim. No good. Devontae grabs the rebound. Gives it to Maddox. Maddox drives, shoots it from the paint. Just Short. McBain grabs the ball, 48 seconds. Ewingberg gives it to Short, loses control, and the ball goes out on McBain. Nick throws it into Devontae. Seconds. Devontae drives, lays it up. A little too much power there. Devontae grabs his own rebound, gives it to Isaac. Isaac casts for three and catches it. Short throws it into Mulder. Gives it back to Short. He gives it to Gildy, who then gives it to Ewingberg, who gives it to Short. Short gives it back to Ewingberg, to Ebles. Ebles casts for three, doesn't catch it, and it goes out of bounds. 1.5 seconds left. Isaac throws it in. But McBain got a hand on it, it goes out of bounds. 0.3 seconds left. Nick throws it in to Isaac. Isaac shoots it from half. No good. And that is the end of the second quarter. I will be back after halftime. I am back here in McBain, Michigan, where the McBain Ramblers are leading 30-15 against the Evart Wildcats. So far, McBain has had a great game. Offensive, defensive, both ways. Evart will start with the ball. Maddox throws it into Isaac. Isaac gives it to Jaden. Jaden from mid. No good. Engelwright grabs the rebound, gives it to Peterson. Peterson lays it up, hits the bottom of the rim. Excuse me, bottom of the backboard. Evart will try to keep it in, but it'll bounce out on Evart. Engelwright will throw it in to Peterson. Peterson gives it back to Engelwright. Engelwright gives it to DeZoo. DeZoo to Ebels. Ebels casts for three. Catches it. Devontae throws it into Isaac. Isaac gives it to Alex. Alex gives it to Jaden. Jaden drives. Jaden lays it up. It'll be no good, and it'll be McBain's ball here. DeZoo will give it to Engelwright. Engelwright gives it back to DeZoo. To Ebels. To Engelwright. To Peterson. Peterson gives it to Ebels. To Engelwright. To Brunick under the backboard. Lays it up. Just off by a little bit. Devontae grabs the rebound. Shoots it for three. It's good. Engelwright gives it to DeZoo. DeZoo gives it back to Engelwright. Engelwright gives it back to DeZoo. DeZoo for three. No good. Ball will be out of bounds on McBain. Alex will throw it into Isaac. Isaac gives it to Devontae, who gives it to Jaden. Jaden drives to the paint, lays it up from mid. Maddox grabs the rebound, then Ebels takes it from him. Ebels gives it to Engelwright to the zoo, back to Engelwright. Engelwright gives it to DeZoo. DeZoo for three, just short. Alex grabs the rebound, gives it to Isaac. Isaac drives. Isaac gives it to Maddox. Maddox lays it up. Engelwright takes it down. Engelwright gives it to Peterson. To Ebels. Ebels casts for three. Catches it. Isaac gives it to Devontae. Subs will come in for both McBain and Evart. Maddox throws it into Devontae. Devontae for three. Clean. Peterson throws it into Mulder. Whistle will be blown. It'll be McBain's ball. Peterson will throw it into Mulder. Back to Peterson. To Ebels. Ebels from the free throw. It's good. Nick throws it into Isaac. Isaac loses control there, but gets it right back. Gives it to Jaden, who gives it to Nick. Gives it to Devontae. Devontae drives. Loses control, and it'll be out on McBain. And a timeout will be called. Timeout's over. Evart slowly catching up to McBain. .407 left here. Evart will start with the ball here. Maddox throws it in. Gives it to Devontae. Devontae will drive and lay it up. Engelwright will grab the rebound. Whistle will be blown. Quist comes in for the Zoo for the Ramblers. Mulder throws it into Engelwright. Engelwright gives it to Quist. Quist to Ebels. Ebels gives it to Mulder. Back to Gooseman to Ebels. Ebels drives. Lays it up. But a foul will be called, and I believe he gets to shoot for two here. Ebels' first shot, looks for it, finds it. Ebels' second shot bounces off the back of the rim. Quist grabs the rebound, tries to throw it up. Maddox grabs the rebound, gives it to Isaac. Isaac drives, Isaac lays it up. Quist throws it into Engelwright. Back to Quist. Quist drives, gives it to Ebels. To Mulder. To Quist. To Ebels. Ebels gives it to Gooseman. To Mulder. Back to Gooseman. To Quist. To Engelwright. Engelwright gives it to Mulder. To Quist. to Engelwright, to Mulder, to Gooseman. Gooseman lays it up from under the rim. Fumbles a little bit, can't finish it. Isaac gives it to Jaden, gives it to Maddox. Maddox from mid-range, just short. Gooseman grabs the rebound. Engelwright gives it to Quist. Quist drives. Not enough power there. Gooseman grabs the rebound, bounces off the front of the rim. Devontae grabs the rebound and drives. To Isaac. Isaac drives, lays it up, but whistle is blown before he can do anything. Isaac will shoot for 2. Isaac's first shot, a little too much power, hits the back of the rim. Subs come in for both McBain and Evart. Isaac's second shot goes right in. Engelwright throws it into Quist, who gives it back to Engelwright. Back to Quist. To Wilson. To Mulder. To Quist. To Engelwright. Engelwright shoots for 3 after the whistle is blown. Push was called on Bob Wildcats. Engelwright gives it to Gooseman. Gooseman loses control. Evart takes it. Nick takes it down the court. Then gives it to Isaac. Isaac gives it to Alex. Alex drives. Tries to lay it up, but there's quite a bit of pressure there. Point will be called no good because of a travel. Subs come in for McBain and Evart. Quist throws it into Engelwright. Engelwright gives it to Sims, to Mulder. Mulder gives it back, gives it to Wilson, to Sims, to Quist, to Engelwright. Engelwright casts for 3 from deep and catches it. Isaac takes it down. Isaac then gives it to Preston, back to Isaac. Isaac drives, gives it to Jonathan. Jonathan from mid-range. Quist grabs the rebound, gives it to Engelwright. 40 seconds left here to Quist. Quist drives. Gives it to Wilson, to Mulder. Back to Quist, back to Mulder, to Engelwright. Engelwright to Sims. Sims gives it to Mulder. 15 seconds to Wilson. To Sims. To Quist. Quist for 3. Goes right in. 5 seconds left. Isaac shoots it. Bounces off the back of the rim. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. McBain leading 45-27. McBain comes into the fourth quarter looking strong here, but they seem to be slowing down a little. McBain will start with the ball. Quist throws it into Engelwright. Engelwright gives it to Mulder. To Sims. Sims loses control and Tritton gets the ball. Tritton drives. Shoots it up. No good. It'll be Blues ball. Tritton throws it into Preston. Preston drives. Preston tries to lay it up, but Sims takes it from him. Sims gives it to Engelwright. Engelwright to Mulder. To Wilson. To Sims under the backboard. He tries to hit it. Throw it up. Alex grabs the rebound, gives it to Isaac. To Jonathan. To Tritton. Sims grabs the ball back. To Engelwright. To Quist. Quist drives. Gives it to... Excuse me. Engelwright gives it to Mulder. Mulder gives it to Wilson. To Engelwright. Engelwright catches... Excuse me. Shoots for three. But no good. Tritton grabs the rebound, gives it to Isaac. To Preston. To Jonathan. Jonathan drives, lays it up. Engelwright takes it down, gives it to Mulder. Back to Engelwright. To Quist. To Sims. Sims gives it back to Quist. Whistle's blown. It'll be McBain's ball. Subs come in for both McBain and Evart. Engelwright throws it into short for three. Bounce, bobbles off the rim, but won't go in. Mason grabs the rebound, gives it to Devontae. Devontae drives, shoots from mid, it's good. Engelwright takes it down. Engelwright gives it to Quist. To Sims. To Engelwright. Engelwright shoots it all the way to Quist. To Wilson. Back to Engelwright. To Short. Short gives it to Wilson. To Sims. To Quist. Quist drives. Gives it to Short. Short lays it up. Isaac takes it down. Gives it to Jaden. Sims grabs the rebound. Gives it to Engelwright. To Short. To Sims. Sims for two. Devontae grabs the rebound. Gives it to Jaden. Jaden shoots for three. Wilson grabs the rebound, gives it to Quist. To Engelwright. Back to Quist. Quist drives, shoots it from mid. Sims grabs his rebound. To Short. To Engelwright. Subs come in for Evart. Whistle was blown there. It'll be Evert's ball. Jonathan throws it into Devontae. Devontae drives, lays it. Short grabs a rebound. Short drives, lays it up. Mason grabs the rebound. Mason will fought for it there. But in the end, McBain will get it. Engelwright gives it to Short. Short from mid. Just a little short. Alex grabs the rebound. Gives it to Jonathan, or Jaden. Jaden shoots for three. Engelwright grabs the rebound. Engelwright gives it to Short. Whistle is blown here. It'll be McBain's ball here. Engelwright throws it to Quist. Quist casts for three. Doesn't catch it. Sims grabs the rebound and steps out of bounds. Excuse me. Does not step out of bounds. There was a push. Subs come in for McBain. Quist throws it in to Sims. Sims tries to get it up. Alex grabs the rebound to Jonathan, to Mason, to Jonathan. Jonathan will drive, try to lay it, or try to get it up. Maddox tries to throw it in, but Gooseman takes it from him. Gooseman drives, gives it to Short. Short from mid, just short. Devontae takes it, drives it, lays it up. Just too much power there. Subs come in for McBain. Gildy for Sims. Maddox throws it into Mason, but the ball bounces right out of bounds. It'll be McBain's ball. Short throws it into Quist. Quist gives it to Muhlenberg, to Gildy. Subs come in for Evart. Quist throws it into Short. Short cast for three. Just a little short there. Maddox grabs the rebound, gives it to Devontae. Devontae gives it to Alex. To Tridden. Tridden tries to pass, but McBain gets a hand on it. Quist gets the ball. Quist tosses it up. Whistle is blown. Quist will shoot here. Quist's first shot is good. Quist's second shot, looks for it, goes in. Tritton throws it into Devontae. Devontae drives, tries to lay it up. Devontae will shoot for 2. Devontae's first shot, just short. Subs come in for McBain, Peterson for Quiss. Evart Preston comes in for Alex. Devontae's second shot is just short once again. Gooseman grabs the rebound, gives it to Short. Short gives it to Mewingberg. To Gooseman. Gooseman lays it up. Tridden throws it in to Devontae. 2 minutes left. Devontae drives, loses control. A foul is called on McBain here. Maddox throws it into Preston. Preston from the corner bounces off the back of the rim. Gooseman grabs the rebound. Gooseman tosses it up. Short grabs the rebound. Tries to pass it, but Jonathan steals it. Takes it down, lays it up. Gooseman grabs the rebound. Gives it to Short. Short tries to pass, but Devontae blocks it. Devontae lays it up for easy points there. Short gives it to Mewingberg. To Gooseman. Foul was called on Evart there. Subs come in for Evart. Gooseman's first shot, little too much power there. Gooseman's second shot goes right in. Tridden throws it into Devontae. Devontae drives, gives it to Preston. Preston gives it to Maddox. Maddox casts for 3, doesn't catch it. Mewingberg grabs the rebound, gives it to Short. Short gives it to Mewingberg. Mewingberg back to Short. Short being double pressured, tries to pass, but Maddox gets the rebound, gives it to Devontae, and Devontae tosses it up. Short takes it down. Gives it to Peterson. To Gooseman. Gooseman lays it up, it's good. 20 seconds left in the game. Tridden throws it into Devontae. To Isaac. Isaac drives, tosses it up, it's good. 5 seconds left here. Short takes it down the court. And we'll just keep it. That is the end of the game. McBain 54, Evart 37.